Okay, so we are here. So please, we are come to clear everything from here for now, right? So we'll later come and look at it again. All right. So please, does anyone has an idea of how to analyze our data from a different sheets?
Yeah, is it possible to copy and paste the data closer to where the next sheet where we are doing the calculation, so that maybe if you are in need of the amount, you can just copy and paste it?
Capitan. Senior. Capitan. We can copy the data here and paste it over here, right? But as a data professional, data analyst, we don't do that, right? You still can keep your data here, but do your analysis over here. It will work that way for you, right? We have instances where we copy the data, and as we go on, right, we will exploit that part of hands-on experience, right? So anytime you are analyzing a data and you have a large table or data here, sometimes it is not advisable to do your analysis over here, right? That's why you have so many sheets in your workbook that you can make good use of, right? Whoever you share with will see them and can be clicking on them and will see whatever that you have over here. So what we are going to do first is to find our mean. Please, how do we find the mean?
Equal.
Yes. How do we find the mean? What is the first thing?
Excel.
What?
In Excel, the first step is your equal sign.
Equal sign, okay.
In Excel, your calculation here.
That's true. That's true. All right, so the formula we use in calculating the mean, right, is the average function, right? Now, you come and pick the average function. So when you highlight it like this, please don't click anything, right? Just leave it like that and come to your data, right? When you come to your data, make sure you point your arrow. Now we can all point the arrow to any column and highlight it, right? You highlight your column. You could see that the formula you are getting here is different from the normal Excel formula, right? It's different from the normal Excel formula.
Sure. Table 2.
Yeah, so I'll teach you the meaning of the table 2 later, right? Now click on enter. You could see that it has generated the mean for us over here. Now let's look at the formula. Now this one should have given us, I'm coming. This should have given us like this data. This is our data, right? Data. This, right? But it is giving us the table 2. It is giving us this table 2 because we already have one table over here, right? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we already have one table over here, right? So it is taking this as table 2. So the average, this average is looking into our table, right? It's looking into our table. And from our table, it is taking the entire amount in the amount column. Please, do we understand the formula?
Yes.
All right. And it will give us exactly what we need. Now, Hayford, how do we find the median? Hello, Hayford. Okay, Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
How do we find the median? How do we find the median?
Hello, Kofi.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, please. My network was not stable. What's the question?
Yeah, I'm asking that how do we find the median?
Ish. Listen, I forgot now. Median, average.
Yeah, so we use the
I forgot
The
the
median.
median
Median
function.
formula.
Yeah.
equal
Oh, goodness.
All
median.
right. So from here, what do we need to do again? Hayford.
I think you have to go back to the other table and then you
Okay.
select like you did for the.
This one, right? You select.
Yeah.
Now, what should I do again?
Enter.
Enter. Thank you. Right.
Yeah.
Now it is giving us this. All right. Thomas.
Yeah.
Find the mean number for the mean amount.
So you do same equal. You type in the mean.
The mean, like this.
M. And
Yeah.
and you select the M,
Okay.
and you go back to the table.
Okay. Then I
Yeah.
select, right?
You select the process.
Okay. Now,
Yeah, and then you press enter.
okay. Our mean number is 0. So
0,
let's look at
yeah.
our maximum. Also use
Maximum.
the mass function.
Max, yeah.
No.
No.
Mass function. Hayford, please.
Yeah, it follows the same pattern. You go back,
Select.
select.
You select. Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how do we find the range?
The range.
Range. Let's check whether we have range there first before we think about anything. So range.
So you take.
Okay.
Yeah, senior. How do you
Yeah.
find?
Let's look out for the range.
No, so the range. There's a formula for the range. There's a formula.
Oh, okay. That's a special.
Yeah.
Range.
Range is your mass minus your mean. To find a range,
Okay.
your maximum.
Yeah. Hey, Ed, you. All right.
It's fine.
I'm working on this with that.
We are all learning, right? So this is how we
Yeah.
our range, right? So since our minimum amount was 0, we are getting the range to be what? The same as the maximum number.
The same as the maximum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do we find the
First quarter.
you know, calculating quarter, right, in a spreadsheet is different from normal Excel, right? So in Excel, we are going to use, you know, in spreadsheet, we were using the quarter, right? We were using the quarter. But in Excel, we use what is called percentile, right? The percentile, please use the first one. Percentile function.
Exclusive.
Okay.
Right. So when you use your percentile function, come and pick your data, right? Come and pick your data. The same amount, right? The same amount. Now, please, here, don't press enter. Please, don't enter. Now, bring your comma. Now, please, Ayan, mute your mic for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, please, now let's look at something over here. You see that the percentile is giving us an array, right? This array is the entire amount column, right? It's what we have here, right? What we have here, amount, right? And it is taking another argument over here, K. What is the K? So the K, now let's bring the comma, right? The K is taking the argument of the first quarter. And how do we calculate the first quarter? You know, the range is divided into 4, isn't it?
Yeah, the first quarter.
So the first quarter is going to be 1/4. So we are not going to type in the 1/4. We are going to type in what is 1/4. It should give us a statistical value of what?
25% or what?
Come again. It's 25%. Yeah.
Yeah,
25%.
the first 25% of the population, right? So 25% on 4 is going to be what? 0.25. So please do the division for us. 1/4. One over 4 is what?
1/4.
Yeah.
Okay,
So convert as a 0.25 to a entire percentage. You are getting the 25, right? A 25%. Right. So 1/4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So statistically. So now you see that there is a bracket over here, right? You close it. Right. This is normal, simple statistical understanding. The range is divided into 4, right? So if we need our first quarter using the percentile function, we divide the 1/4 to get a statistical value, and we add it to our table. We press enter. Boom, we have our first quarter, right? Now, let's look at our third quarter. So now, how do we calculate our third quarter? Ayan.
Are we going to use the percentile again?
Yeah, we are going
to percentile.
Yeah.
We are going to use the percentile again.
So the percentile and the
percentile. Okay. What do we need to do?
Yeah.
So you go to the
Then we
data.
go back to the table.
Highlight it.
Yeah. So here, I highlight everything here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what should I? Please, can someone?
That
is 7. The third quarter is 75%.
So the same.
So it will be 0.75.
Exactly.
5.
Yeah,
0.75.
So now this 0.75. If somebody, because definitely some people are going to watch the video, right? So how do they understand
Okay.
0.75?
All right. So now we are working on the third quarter, and we're saying that quarter is divided into 4. The first quarter have to be 0.25.
Okay.
And the second quarter will be 0.50.
All right.
And the third quarter will be 0.75. That is why we had a 0.75 as the third quarter.
How does a non-mathematical?
Is that okay?
Yeah. How does a non-mathematical understand it? Right. Because this one you are speaking statistics. So somebody who doesn't understand this, how does the person get it as quickly as possible?
Okay, so let me put it this way. So if you have like the set of data or the set of amount information we have over there.
Okay.
Are we there?
Yeah. I'm listening to you.
So from the highest to the from the lowest to the highest. Okay. If you want to break it down into 4 portions.
Okay.
We can get the first part of it, the second part, the third, and the fourth
part. Okay.
In ranges. So the first part, in percentage form.
Okay.
The first part, that is 1 out of the 4. The 4 divisions is what we call the first quarter.
Okay.
The second part, is what we call the second quarter.
Okay.
The third quarter, and the fourth quarter, which obviously is 1. So 1 out of 4 becomes the first quarter, which is equivalent to 0.25. 0.25.
Okay.
The second quartile becomes half of it, which is 0.5, like you said,
Yeah.
and then in that order.
In that order, all right.
The third quartile becomes 3 out of,
Yeah, so the third quarter becomes 3 out of the 4, right? So 3 out of 4 is 0.75. So meaning this is 75% of the data, right? Is that what you are trying to mean?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. So now can we explain this function over here?
Explain what? Can you repeat yourself again?
So percentile function, you see an array and you see a K over here. Maybe somebody watching the video
Okay.
will be asking, so what does that mean? So
So
yeah, Kofi,
yeah, hello.
can we just say the K there is the quartile we are interested in?
Exactly. Perfect. The K is the quarter we are looking at, right? That's what the
and
K,
then
yeah.
yeah, and then the array is the amounts that we are going back to highlight.
Yeah, so it is looking at the entire column.
The entire column of the amount.
Yes, of the amount.
And then the percentile is now in Excel. We are using Excel, not Google Sheets.
Not Google Sheet, where we use 1 for first,
So,
we use 2 for second, we use 3 for third quarter, right? Here,
that's right. Yeah.
The range as to which range we are looking for. Then we use the statistics of it, right? So first quarter divided by the 4 ranges. Second quarter 2 divided by the 4 ranges. Third quarter divided by the 4 ranges, right? So the first 25, the second 25, that's 50, right? Then we have our median. The next 25, 75. So the third quarter is going to be what? 75. 75 statistically is 0.5, right? So if we run this to percentage, we are going to get the same 75, right? So please, if you have access to this video and you don't understand anything, you reach out and you let us know, right? If it's confusing, don't hesitate to contact any of us to understand it better.
Yeah, and I'll ask a question.
Okay.
You know, when we click the equals sign and then we go to the percentile,
Okay.
there is percentile dot exclusive. I believe that is exclusive, right? EXC is exclusive, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So why didn't we choose the percentile dot inclusive, but we chose the exclusive? Why that? I want to know that.
Okay. All right. So we have these functions of percentile. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So as practical section, right, we don't need
Okay.
to go by the theory understanding of whatever. We ask
Okay.
them,
Sure.
practicalize it. We see them, we ask the why behind the difference, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, the same thing here, right? Then is 0.75, right?
0.75, yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the difference over here?
I believe with the use of the percentile exclusive,
Okay.
our amount is higher than the inclusive.
No. Yes, our amount is higher than inclusive.
The inclusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now the difference here is that with the exclusive, we are looking at what is being computed for the percentile, right? We are looking at the exact percentile. That is the third percentile, right? So now the third percentile is taking the first, the second quarter combined to give us the third quarter. And don't forget that it is 25 plus another 25 plus another 25, right? Now, this 25 plus another 25 it gives us a different, a different value over here. So you could see that the same thing, the first quarter is giving us what? 1,652, right? But the third quarter is giving us 600 and something. So now mathematically, let's use our calculator and get this and see what happens. So 16, I don't know if you have calculator, you can try for me. 16,
no,
5.
Are we adding everything?
We just want to confirm.
Are we supposed to add?
Yes, we just want to confirm. Times 3.
Okay, from there.
So if we are looking at the first quarter, right? If it works that way,
yeah,
if it works that way, then we all find
16
y behind
184 by 0.75.
Yeah.
So Kofi,
yeah,
is it the maximum value times 0.75?
Okay. What is it?
Is that, are we looking out for the third quarter from the maximum value?
Yes,
that
please.
is the maximum
Yes.
value times 0.75.
Yes, please. So we are looking at why are we using the percentile S
Okay.
right, exclusive, right? And why we didn't use the percentile inclusive, right? So we are looking at what we included, what to include, what to exclude.
Okay.
So professionally, we will not even be wasting time going to online to learn, right? But we understand whatever.
Sure.
All right. So are we looking at it? Hello, are we looking at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, but
okay. So
I'm still not getting.
If you add 1652 times 3, you will not get the exact 6245. Right. Yamcha, you can do that for us.
I have I'm sorry, I have divided attention now, so
okay. All right. So let's look at something over here.
Yeah.
All right. So the SC is looking at exclusive, right? And the INC is looking at what? Inclusive.
Inclusive. Yeah.
Right. So now when we are using the inclusive function, right? This one is looking at values, statistical values ranging from 1 to 0, 0 to 1, right? That is exact, 0 to 1. So the 0.75 we are using, the 0.25 we are using to figure 1, which is 100, right? This is 100. Now, because we are using percentile, which is the same as quartile for our calculation, it is looking at excluding the first quarter and the second quarter, right? And only looking at the third quarter exact. Please, do you get me?
Repeat yourself again.
All right. So when you put the mouse, even if you put the mouse on it, so look at your file.
Yeah, returns, yeah.
Yeah, return the K percentile of values in a range where it's in the range of 0 to 1, exclusive.
Okay.
What is excluding? It is excluding the first and second quarter. It's not recognize, okay, I am adding first, second quarter to get to third quarter, right? The functionality of first quarter is where 25% of the data falls. The 50% is not looking at where 50% of the data falls. It's looking at the median. If you interpret the range very well, right?
All right.
Right. And the third quarter, which is 75, is looking at the range at which 75% of the data falls, right?
Okay.
So it is now excluding the first quarter, and it is excluding the average, which is the interquarter range, right? That's the 50% of the data. So
all right, that's good.
Something called interpolate, right? Interpolate or something like that, right? In data science, interpolation means corrupt, like you are corrupting something. So the moment you think that, okay, let me add my first, second quarter to get a third quarter, you are corrupting the formula.
All right. So
Are you with me?
it's okay.
But the moment
Yeah.
inclusive, let me try and put it here. Here, right? Now you can see that it is performing the same thing, but inclusive is looking at adding the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter at the same time, which you get the same thing, right? So now we are not looking at first, we are not looking at second, we are looking at only third quarter of the data. So you have to exclude the first and the second and look at your third quarter.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
So there could be an analysis where your manager will say, okay, now I just want to look at where 75% of my data falls, right? Over there, you're not going to talk about first quarter, you're not going to talk about second quarter. You're only going to look at your
third quarter.
Third quarter, where 75% majority of the data falls. Please, do you understand that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, how, if there's any question, we can understand. But that word, I'm coming. Let me try and get it. It's something like interpolate. Yeah. IN. Please, you can say the meaning for me.
Interpolate.
Yeah, it's INTERPOLATE. Yeah, interpolate. It has so many meanings.
It's yeah, POL. Yeah. That's what field we call template is typical estimation.
So you could see that you are either inserting something, right? You are interposing or you are corrupting it. So this one, you don't insert or include the first and the second, right? You only look at your third quarter to help you. So now, how do we calculate for our units, right? Now, as data scientists or as analysts, you know a replication of formulas. I hope, Yamiche, you've gone through that, right? How to replicate a formula. What does it mean? We are copying a formula and pasting the formula to work for us in a different way. Please, are you all on the same page? Are you on the
I'm not used to, no, I don't know about,
okay? So
if you can go, yeah.
replicating a formula, right, means you don't want to calculate this. So if we are to calculate the mean for the unit, right, we have to go back and use this same average function, right? Average, come back to the data, right, and highlight everything at the unit column. That's the unit sold for each product,
Copy.
right? Press enter. Now, what did we get for the unit? What was the mean? Please, what is the mean here? What is the mean?
152.2.
152, right? So this 152,
yeah.
152. Let's delete this formula, right? We want to replicate the formula from here. The formula we used for this one, we are using the same formula for the unit, but just that we are changing the unit column, right? Maybe you're analyzing a large data set where it will consume your time. We have a way of replicating, but the simplest one is to use this plus.
Use it.
Yes.
The filter. Yeah. The filling.
Yeah. The Jesus on the cross sign. Yeah. Right. So the cross is here. Now highlight the cross and drag it. Ayan, you see it over here, right? Ayan, are we getting the same thing? Hayford.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Has there been anything?
I'm not using my machine. I'm just watching.
Okay. No. Have you seen the changes?
I'm not using my machine.
No, but
I have seen the changes.
Yes, please. So
152.2 as we had.
Yeah. So this is me. Yeah. This means you've replicated the formula, right? You are repeating the same formula.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Excel by its intelligence knows that when you drag this formula to this area, right, you are moving from here, right, to the units.
Okay.
Are you with me? To the unit. So Excel
I get it.
Will give you this replication. It will take the formula and paste the formula in the unit column for you.
Section.
Yeah. So if we want to still understand the replication of formula, copy and pasting the formula, we do this only when we are using the same formula or the same function. Are you with me? Now,
yes,
when we
that's right.
The median, right? The median here, and we come and pick our unit column. Now let's look at what is going to happen here. We got 124.5, right?
0.5, yes.
Let's delete this. So let's delete it
and replicate it.
Copy and paste the formula over here using the Jesus on the cross sign. So we got the same thing. Ayan, please. So now, since we are using the same formula,
I'm there.
For everything, we only have to replicate all the formulas, right? We only have to replicate all the formulas. So this would take us to the end of today's practical section. We've done a lot, I think 40 minutes for both sections. And I believe those who were not able to join will get more insight from our contribution and what we've all been able to do so far. But tomorrow is going to be a serious thing altogether. So please do all to exploit the data, understand the data, so we can do all the magic tomorrow. Please, if you have any question, any contribution, you can ask. So now from here, you can choose to design your data, right? You can choose to design your data. You can choose to design your data from here. So please, I'm waiting for your questions.
Wait. Eva.
Yeah.
Eva. Yeah,
hello.
I want to believe that I want to believe that for such data to be able to master the act, we need to get templates, like several of them, to try our hands on them in our
So
comfort zones.
we are,
So if you could help us with some of the data.
yes, please. So that's why we shared this one with you. We are all going to analyze it, right, and have it on our portfolio, right? And we are going to
Okay.
send many as we can to you, so we can all be practicing, right? So please, you could see some of
Okay.
data formatting skills right over here. So you could see that.
Okay.
All right. So now you can design your data as how you want it. You look very nice, right? You look very nice. Or you can choose to leave this, right? You can choose to leave this, and maybe you bold it, right? You bold it. Please, are you on the same page? Right. So
Yes.
for data set, we are going to share many with you, right? But we are starting from the little beginning, and no, from next week is going to be practice, 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 practice. So if there is no question, then I will move for the closure of today's meeting, so I can upload the videos so we can share with our brothers and everyone as well.
Okay, that is well.
Okay. Come in.